plata o plomo.
Alright guys, so we got this Hellcat here on the dyno. This Hellcat's here for our 85 package. So we're going ahead and having Ben put the injectors on it, taking the computer out, and then we're going to tune it and see what it makes. What's going on, guys? Christian with Full Blown Performance. Welcome back to another video. So today we got a very busy day. Today is Thursday. It's 2 days before Red List. Also on Sunday is going to be the last event at Irwindale. So as you can imagine, we're very busy with customers trying to get their cars out so they can either make Red List or the last track day at Irwindale. Today we got a scat pack that came in for IGLA. Currently we have Carlos showing the customer how the system works. We got a Jeep that came in for a water pump replacement. So still, after doing all the high performance builds and getting our customers ready for race day, we're still doing general work on these vehicles. Right here we have Todd Stein. We have Ben installing a catch cam for him. This was on the dyno yesterday. We're going to put it back on the dyno after, continue with our steps and do our full pulls and make sure it's dialed in, ready for Red List. Right next to it we have, this is one of our customers, his name is Robert. This one had some rodent damage to the AC lines, to some plastics. Luckily no electrical wiring was damaged, but some of the coolant lines and AC lines were. So we have Carlos fixing that. Right next to us we have Aaron Brown. This is a scat pack with the Whipple. This one is getting a front crankshaft seal replacement for the seal. We have Steve doing that. The ZL1 is getting currently the belts replaced. So we did notice that the tensioner for the serpentine belt was no good. So we're waiting on that to come from the dealer to go ahead and install that. We have Jonathan Lim here on the dyno. This one is probably going to be at Red List as well. So we have that on the dyno right now. Customer broke in the motor already, so we're just getting it dialed in, making sure fuel looks good. We're going to do our full wide open throttle pulls. Let's see what else we got. I believe we have a Trackhawk. Yeah, so we have this Trackhawk. This one's done already. This Trackhawk came for a fuel pump replacement. So we had Ben do that yesterday. We dropped a tank on it, replaced the primary pump on it, and then put the tank back up. And then we have a Hellcat over here. This is the one that was in the box, the transmission. This is the Hellcat that's getting the transmission in it. So we have Chele, or Edgar, already has a trans up in there. Looks like he's getting ready to put the dry shaft back on. So this is pretty quick. We brought this over this morning. So yeah, so it's a very busy day here at Full Blown. A lot of cars that are hitting the dyno, getting ready for that race, and we'll see what else we get into. All right, guys, so we got Carlos here. He finished running all the AC lines. He already put Freon in here. He has a bumper on, so I think this is just going to go for a test drive and it'll be done. Carlos, a este Charger, ¿qué le hiciste?
A este Charger le hicimos la reconstrucción otra vez del chiller, que llegaron unos Mickey Mouse y se comieron todas las mangueras. Se comieron también el tanque de los wipers y nada, ya quedó ya. Ya estamos terminando de instalar el bumper para que el auto salgan a probarlo y a sacarle su mejor desempeño.
Perfect. Yeah, so he stated basically that he already finished his vehicle. There were some Mickey Mouse, some rodents, some mouses, rats that did chew up some of the hoses and also the windshield wiper fluid reservoir. So he got this done. We'll go ahead and test drive it and see how it does. Alright guys, so we got this Charger back on. It has a transmission in, so we're going to take this for a test drive and then make sure everything's good. It looks like Alex is in it, ready to go. So this vehicle had came to us because it wasn't going into reverse, so we found it was a bad transmission. So we sent that out. Customer wanted to build transmission, so we sent it out. got that done. So we're gonna have Alex take it for a test drive and make sure it's ready to go. We'll call the customer and get it out of here. And then over here we have Ben. Ben, what are we doing to this before we put it back on the dyno?
So as of right now, bro, we're just we actually just finished wrapping up the oil catch can. So we just basically had to get rid of the windshield wiper reservoir to make it fit, and obviously make a custom bracket for it and route the lines for it on the valve cover. So as of right now, I'm just piecing up everything back together, putting back the oil cooler, and bring it back down. And we're also gonna get to do the coilovers on it, bro. So that's where we're at with this. So
perfect, sounds good. So we'll see this on the dyno later today. But yeah, that's pretty much it that we got going on here. We do have the front seal that's being replaced. The green Jeep is already done with the water pump. We got the water pump replaced. So been getting quite a few cars out of here ready for race weeks. We'll see what else we have during the day today.
So what's up, guys? Ben here from Full Blown, and as you guys can see, this car's pretty much all said and done as of right now. So just a quick little recap of what we were doing to this car. So this is the one that got basically all the suspension work done to it, as far as the ADD arms and the self-frame bushings and whatnot, front coilovers. And as of right now, we're actually adding a two-step to it. So that's where we're at with this one. Other than that, it's pretty much all said and done. So hopefully it can be ready by today, and see you guys at the track on Saturday. So remember, we're gonna be out there on vet list. So that's gonna be pretty sweet. We're gonna have a couple cars out there. So we'll be hoping to see some of you guys out there, and you guys can see some of our cars run and perform out there as well. So catch you guys there.
All right, guys, so we got this Challenger here that we are working on. We have Carlos working on it. So this vehicle had a chiller installed on it. So the customer brought it to us. I guess there is a leak. So right now we're gonna diagnose the leak and see what's going on, see why the chiller's not working properly. Carlos, ¿quieres explicar qué estás haciendo aquí en este Challenger?
Bueno, en este challenge estamos corrigiendo una falla que viene anteriormente con este auto. Tenemos las líneas abajo del solenoide que están mal instaladas, están al revés. Aparte de eso, al tubo apagar el chiller quedaba encendido y no había expansión en el sistema del chiller. Entonces vamos a corregir toda esa falla para sacarle el mejor provecho al chiller.
All right, so he's saying that one of the lines for the chiller, I guess, are backwards. So he's gonna go ahead and fix all that. We're gonna go ahead and run the lines the way they're supposed to be, top it off with Freon, and then go ahead and make sure that the chiller system's working the way it's supposed to be. And then so we have Steve over here finishing up the front main seal, and then we have, this is the vehicle Carlos is working on. We just have Umberto putting all the covers on it, as well as 6.1 Jeep has already been test driven, so this is ready to go. We're gonna call the customer up, but yeah, and then we'll see what else we have. All right, guys, so this ends the video here at Full Blown Performance. So just a recap of the day, we have this 2010 that came in. This is coming for a water pump replacement. This vehicle sat for a year, so customer wanted us to go over the whole vehicle. So we found out it needs a water pump, it needs new brakes. It also needed an oil change. And that's pretty much it that we found. It has good spark plugs. I believe the customer said he had just did a tune-up on it. We got this SRT Jeep with a Hellcat swap on it. This came for a diagnostics. It's having a misfire, so we'll get that checked out. We have a Hellcat here. This came in for a cold air intake, as well as a coolant reservoir swap, and then just some adjustments that need to be done to the tuning. Over here we have Edgar. He removed the head already, so we're currently going to diagnose that, see what issues we see with that. And then we have the Trackhawk that's ready to go. We just need to move some cars out. We just need to move some cars out to get this Trackhawk on the road and test drive it and make sure it's good. And then we got Melvin finishing up on Escobar. And then this one is done. This one we put a new set of spark plugs on. Like I said, we just got to test drive it. We got the Durango on the dyno, gonna do a full pull on that. And then we got this Jeep next up on the dyno. So that sums up here a day at Full Blown Performance. So yeah, we'll see you guys at Red List, and we'll catch you guys next week.